Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where we explore the fascinating world of economics and the environment. In today's episode, we delve into the intertwined tales of consumption, waste, and environmental stewardship. Join us as we unravel how our choices shape the planet we live on. Make sure you subscribe for more insightful educational content and become part of our community dedicated to learning and sustainability. Every product you see on the shelves has a story and an environmental footprint that tells a tale of its own. The act of consumption drives the economy, it fuels jobs, meets needs, and stimulates growth. But with this consumption comes a significant cost, waste and pollution that can have dire consequences for our planet. Let's explore how our choices in consumption impact resource use, pollution levels, recycling efforts, and overall waste generation. Understanding these connections helps us recognize our role in fostering a healthier planet. During production, every good we consume involves various stages that contribute to its environmental cost. For instance, resource extraction, such as mining or logging, depletes natural resources and damages ecosystems. Once materials are extracted, manufacturing requires vast amounts of energy and can release harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Transportation adds another layer of environmental impact as products make their way from factories to shelves, burning fossil fuels and increasing greenhouse gas emissions. Even the packaging we use contributes, requiring resources and creating additional waste. Understanding the full environmental cost, often referred to as the carbon footprint or ecological footprint, makes evident the implications of our manufacturing choices. As consumers, being aware of these stages informs our decision-making about consumption. Now let's address waste generation and management. Waste is an inevitable byproduct of consumption. Different types of waste include municipal solid waste, industrial waste, e-waste, food waste, and hazardous materials. Understanding the waste management hierarchy is key to addressing this issue. First, we aim to reduce waste, then reuse what we can, recycle whenever possible, recover energy, and lastly, dispose of what's unavoidable through landfills. However, landfills are reaching capacity and often release harmful gases like methane. Recycling is beneficial, but it comes with its challenges since not all materials are recyclable, and the process still uses resources. A significant example of waste we face today is plastic pollution, especially from single-use plastics such as bags, bottles, and straws. These plastics exist for mere moments during consumption yet linger in environments for centuries. Millions of tons of plastic enter our oceans each year, threatening marine ecosystems, and microplastics can even be found in our food and bodies. Alternatives like reusable bags and bottles do exist, and regulations are increasingly promoting the reduction of single-use plastics through bans and responsibilities placed on producers. By understanding plastic pollution, we can make choices that effectively reduce our plastic footprint. Another critical aspect of waste is food waste, which represents a serious environmental challenge. It is shocking to consider that nearly one-third of all food produced worldwide is wasted. This not only translates to a loss of essential resources like water and energy, but also contributes to greenhouse gas emissions when food ends up in landfills, breaking down and releasing methane. Food waste occurs all along the supply chain, from farms where cosmetic standards lead to perfectly good fruits and vegetables being discarded, to households where expiration dates are misunderstood. To combat food waste, individuals can buy only what they need, try creative ways to use leftovers, compost, and become aware of food labels. Reducing food waste not only lessens environmental impact but also saves money. The rise of e-waste, or electronic waste, poses another pressing issue. E-waste is currently the fastest-growing waste stream worldwide, comprising discarded electronics like phones, computers, and TVs. The hazards associated with e-waste are significant. These discarded items often contain toxic materials that can leach into soil and water, posing health risks. Additionally, e-waste represents lost opportunities since valuable metals can be recovered from these devices. Recycling e-waste is complicated, and often, devices are exported to countries with subpar safety regulations, creating further challenges. By extending device lifespans, buying refurbished products, and supporting producer responsibility, we can manage our electronics more responsibly. Conscious consumption is another crucial concept that emphasizes making intentional purchases that minimize our environmental impact. This can be approached through buying less, opting for quality over quantity, supporting local businesses, ensuring products are sustainable, choosing reusables, and genuinely considering the life cycle of products. Minimalism, which hones in on essentials, aligns perfectly with these principles. Every purchase we make becomes a choice in the larger landscape of sustainability, demonstrating that supporting better products can drive industry change. One overarching solution to the waste and consumption challenge is the concept of the circular economy. Unlike the traditional linear economy characterized by the take-make-dispose mindset, the circular economy aims to design products for longevity, repairability, and recyclability while promoting the reuse of materials. This approach conserves resources, reduces waste, creates employment opportunities, and lessens the overall environmental impact. Examples of the circular economy in action include product-as-a-service models, where items are leased rather than owned, and initiatives that encourage product take-back programs. By choosing circular products and learning to repair rather than replace, consumers can actively participate in this sustainable model. The relationship between economic growth and environmental protection is a vital topic in today's discussions around sustainability. On one side, proponents of economic growth argue that it can create jobs, reduce poverty, and enable resources to support environmental efforts. Historically, economic growth has led to improved living standards. On the flip side, critics caution that unlimited growth on a finite planet is inherently unsustainable, advocating for a reduction in consumption to safeguard ecosystems. Sustainable development seeks to fulfill current needs without compromising the future, while green growth proposes that innovation can decouple economic development from environmental harm. The concept of degrowth calls for a conscious reduction of consumption in developed societies. Grasping the delicate balance between growth and environmental protection is essential for informed discussions about our economic system and policy decisions moving forward. Finally, we conclude with a call to action. Consumption, waste, and the environment are intricately linked. We have explored how production impacts the environment, the pressing challenges of waste management, the crisis of plastic pollution, the issues surrounding food and e-waste, and the concepts of conscious consumption and the circular economy. It's important to remember the key takeaways. Every product we use has an environmental footprint. The issue of waste is escalating. Our consumption choices can either mitigate or exacerbate these issues. Systemic change is necessary to support sustainability, and trade-offs will always be present between economic growth and environmental protection. We all play a role in shaping a more sustainable future through our everyday choices and engagement with broader policies. As we wrap up today's episode, we've learned that the choices we make in our daily lives, from shopping habits to food waste, have substantial consequences for our environment. Each product carries an environmental footprint that reflects its journey from production to consumption and ultimately to waste. By embracing conscious consumption and understanding the circular economy, we can advocate for change and reduce our negative impact. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of caring for our planet and balancing economic growth with environmental protection is essential as we move towards a sustainable future. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration of consumption, waste, and the environment. Remember, sustainability starts with you and the choices you make every day. Tune in next time for more educational insights and tips on creating a better world together. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's continue this important journey towards understanding economics and its impact on our planet.